Someone gave me broccoli for Valentine's Day, even though it's October and Halloween's 13 days away. This is my beautiful tree, Edwin. I named him, yes I did. And Edwin and I have got into a fight because he's my husband. And quite an odd husband he is. So, Edwin, what were you saying, dear? Did we have to do something? I forget what it was. Something with a D. No, that sounds crude. Yes, I was getting a divorce, dear. Are you kidding me? Oh, yes, you said something about that earlier. Well, silly you. That's ridiculous. We've been together 21 years, Edwin, and you still smell so broccoli-like and wonderful. I don't know how you could possibly leave me at a time like this. I mean, I'm so vulnerable, you know. Well, dear, it's called spy business. You're a spy, Edwin? You never told me that. I've told you many times, dear. Now, just whether you decided to listen or not is up to you. Why do you keep looking over your shoulder like that? Oh, it's nothing, dear. I mean, I thought I saw a nice head of celery walking by. Oh, you... See, this is why we're getting a divorce. It's because you were unfaithful. Are you kidding? You're the one who's a spy, and if I know spies, they go off with every other woman on the street that they see. Well, some of that's partly true, but it's none of your business, really. Well, what do you do in your spy work, Edwin? Come on, you've never told me. Stop sniffing my head like that. Seriously, woman. You know, Edwin, if I had a lot of you, I could make an entire rainforest. See, you look like a tree. I know I look like a tree. That's because I kind of am. What, do you think Brussels sprouts look like trees, too? No, they look more like artichokes, maybe. Artichoke, Brussels sprout. I've never eaten a Brussels sprout. Really. Now, let's get down to the brass tacks. I found something in your desk drawer the other day, dear. My desk drawer? What were you doing in my desk drawer, Edwin? That's private, personal matters, you know. Oh, yes, very personal. In fact, I saw the letter you wrote to my Uncle Thomas for a horrible tragedy. A horrible tragedy? Well, what? Stop looking at that head of lettuce. Celery, you know. Whatever. Stop it. The tragedy, my dear, is that you chopped and boiled my brother Lloyd. Your brother? Yes, don't you remember? On our anniversary night 2 years ago. 2 years. I can't even remember what I did last week, much less 2 years ago. Well, you happened to go to the supermarket, and you happened to buy a broccoli floret. And you know who that broccoli floret was? Who? Dear Edwin, I thought you were the only one who spoke. You know, like in Narnia, there's bears that can speak and bears that cannot, and the bears that cannot we put in our pockets to eat later, I suppose. Well, that was my brother, and his name was Lloyd, and you picked him up off of the supermarket shelf, and you brought him home, and you cut him and boiled him and drowned him in cheese sauce. Oh, my! That is murder! And murder shall not go unpunished. God, Edwin, you made me bleed. You don't just hit your wife like that. Yes, I do, if you murdered my brother. If I had murdered your brother, you'd do the same thing. But you didn't murder my brother. That's exactly my point. So now you must pay. I'm going to go get my service weapon, and then I will tie you to that chair. That is cruel and unusual punishment, not for murder. Oh, do you hear this? Woe is me. He's going to return and... Oh, Edwin, how could you? Tomorrow is our other anniversary. 22nd? Was it second? Yes, shut up. I don't want to hear about it. You're scaring me, Edwin. Well, I already shot you, so I don't know what else could be more scary than that. Oh, God. Goodbye. Here I am dying and no one even to hear my last words. This is absolute... Oh, I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Edwin, come back, you bastard. He's done this to me now. Oh, I can't breathe. Oh, Edwin. Edwin, you bastard! I didn't mean to kill Ryan. I never meant to.